What's up, guys? We are here with Jeremy Harbin. Jeremy, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, Jeremiah. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be out here. We have a beautiful day. It's 55, 60 degrees, sunny. We're going to get some storms tonight, I think. But anyway, we're enjoying the weather. We're going to take a quick shop tour around the yard. Jeremy, how long have you been in business real quickly? Just tell everybody a quick snippet of what you got going on out here.
Been in business 20 years, but legally 15.
Yeah.
But we're a landscape contractor here in Jasper, Alabama, and we literally do anything outdoors.
Yeah, design, build, concrete pour, everything in between.
Fiberglass pool installs,
Yeah.
so, retaining walls, and then lay a lot of turf.
That's awesome, man. Well, let's turn the camera around. Let's take a quick trip around the yard, show everybody what you got going on out here, some of the tools that you use in your business, and maybe y'all can learn from this and use some of this in your businesses moving forward. All right, Jeremy, so tell us a little bit about, you got trees over here, you got sod. We'll come back to this thing in a second. That's a whole different business venture that you've got going on. But tell us about what all you have going on out here in the yard.
You know, we had a truckload of about 74 trees come in last Friday, and so we had the guys load up yesterday. One of our trailers and carry out 30 or 40 to a project this morning to plant. These are for a different job. Obviously, we want to get the most bang for our buck, so we get as many trees brought in on a truck as possible to save on delivery. That's more profit in your pocket.
That's right. And so these trees are going for the same. You're on a job right now with those trees, right?
Yes,
you got
we'll
guys
have to
out.
take a second load tomorrow, but
Yeah.
legally could only hold so many trees on one trailer by weight standards.
Yeah. So then I see the NPR.
Yep.
Love this setup.
There's our maintenance truck, and obviously maintenance is a little bit slow for us right now. We have a lot of commercial maintenance, but we are getting storms. We got a gale force, I think, advisory.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 20, 30 mile an hour winds. There's no reason to have guys on a leaf blower blowing leaves or debris with 20 mile an hour winds coming in.
That's right. So how long have you been using these in your business, these NPRs?
I think we've been using an NPR over 15 years. I
Really?
think 2006 was the first year I bought a new one.
Would you ever go back to a trailer setup for
Absolutely
mowing?
would not.
Okay.
No.
Why?
Man, really?
There's too many reasons to count.
There's so many reasons, but these trucks are so efficient.
Yeah.
Because that's one less thing you have to hook up. Who's not going to dent a trailer in
Yep.
to your truck, let the tailgate down, drive off, turn, tear the tailgate up. Plus, Jasper is a little more rural versus Trustful or your metropolitan cities. Our neighborhoods are a little bit bigger, so these trucks really get zip in, zip out. They turn on a dime, and you can put everything on one bed instead of having stuff in the back of your truck or stuff in your trailer.
Well, they're so versatile. You don't even have to, like, you can do pine straw off of this thing. You don't have to just mow off of it. You can put dirt on here if you want to.
Yeah, the sides let down on the other side. The sides let down so we can put, a pallet of rock or a pallet of sod, and you can load it up that way, and you can still use it, and you're not pulling a trailer.
Yeah, 100%. So then we get over here into the landscaping portion. All right, so this thing is crazy. You were telling me it lays a lot of sod. I don't know. I've never seen one of these in person before. Tell me a little more about it.
So its only feature is laying sod. This is all you'll get with this machine.
All you'll get, and just listen to the price tag in a minute.
No bucket, nothing else. I think you can get some forks to attach to the front. It's about a $14,000 upgrade.
Yeah.
But it's a Kubota diesel motor, and KWMI builds these, and I think there's a few more companies in America that build these, but they have the patent on this exact design. It's a 48-inch Kubota with a big diesel fuel tank. They make them with tires, and they have them with tracks. And
you got the track version, but you were telling me that it's super light. It's not that heavy, right?
1,800 pounds.
1,800 pounds. So you can put this, even when the sod's wet, you can really ride on it and not mess up your lot.
Absolutely. So what would be equivalent to laying a pallet of sod, I can lay a roll in 1 minute, 7 seconds.
1 minute, 7 seconds. That's insane. You said, how long can you, you said what? It takes about an hour to do a truckload?
A truckload of sod.
That's insane.
Over the summer, we laid 111 trucks, 1 million square foot in a month.
So this thing, you would say it's recouped your investment on it?
The first 3 jobs, I paid my money back.
Now tell everybody how much you paid for this.
Almost 80 grand.
$80,000 for this one machine. It does one thing, but if you're doing sod, this is the way to do it. If you're doing big open areas though, right?
Absolutely.
You said football fields.
We do a lot of ball fields. We do a lot of parks. I've got a big contractor that I work commercially for. And so if you're doing residential yards, this is not for you. It takes more time to turn it around and pick it up and then stop it and drop it and pick a roll back up. But you want to lay a roll and lay it out straight.
You've got Harley rakes over here. You've got all kinds of stone, all kinds of rocks. This is crazy. So how did you get into the whole design build portion of things? You said you've been in business 20 years, but like you have a skid steer sitting here, Harley rake, all kinds of stuff. 2 Harley rakes.
We have two 259. So one, I honestly don't know what project it's on.
It's out there somewhere.
It's out there somewhere. So we have built our little fleet force up significantly in the last, I'd say in the last 10 years, have grown exponentially. So we have two 259s. I've got a brand new 306 and a brand new 302. I did upgrade my excavators to cab machines. I personally would never have a cab skid steer where we are here.
Really?
Because we're in and out of them so much. And to be honest, with the Caterpillar, you can't open the door.
Kubota's the only one that's got it figured out.
Takeuchi has one.
Do they have one too?
That will fold
Okay.
up. But these machines are kind of light. They're very versatile in the landscape business. But I would keep the open cab on the 259s just for that reason.
Yeah. So tell us about this stone. Are you building walls with these? What are you doing with all this stuff?
All these are accent stones, and so we try to keep a little bit of stock here because for that reason.
Yeah.
I want to be able to have as much stuff here where I'm not having to run to the yard and go grab one.
Yeah.
Or having to pay more delivery fees because obviously diesel's $4.50 a gallon.
That little car's making a lot of noise for its size. Welcome to the country.
That's right. So we just like to try to keep as much profit in our pocket as much as possible.
Yeah, 100%. Well, let's walk this way. So if you continue walk around the yard, we've got tons and tons of rocks and pavers. Do y'all do a lot of paver installs and things like that? A lot of patios?
We do all natural.
Okay.
Natural stones. So sorry, Caleb, with all your Unilock guys and Versalocks.
Yeah.
Belgard products. I just don't use engineered stone.
Really?
Everything we do in the architectural stage up here on Smith Lake and around town, everything is in the natural element. So we try to stay with all the earth tones and all the natural stones as much as possible.
Yeah, I think it does. A lot of that has to go with what the climate, not the climate, but the environment. The Smith Lake, it's a big lake up around where in our area. It's a very wealthy lake, but like you're saying, it's very natural. It's very hilly, a lot of mountains. So that's cool.
All the architecture on the homes kind of fit this style.
Yeah.
So they're not modernized, they're not contemporary. They're just more your traditional ranch style farm homes.
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure. So you got a stack of pallets. Are you waiting to take these back to your supplier, or what are you going to do with all these? Because this looks like a good bonfire.
Normally we give them away to a guy here in town. So these are from the last probably 2 months projects.
Really? Okay.
So they're just stacked up.
Those blue ones, those are good pallets. I've got a couple of those. Yeah.
And I did find out that some pallet companies are paying you back $5 a pallet.
Yeah.
I bought a pallet of Sackcrete at Home Depot, and it was a $20 core charge for the pallet.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Wow.
Quick
I need to check my. I just bought some from them.
There's one right there. It's got old stone on it. That
Yeah.
pallet's worth $20.
Well, dang. Well, there you go. Take your pallet back and maybe make $20 on it. So this continues. Just a bunch of natural stone over here. Boneyard of lumber, maybe. What do you?
Some fencing.
Okay.
We do some wood fencing on some projects. So I do a lot of developments for subdivisions and stuff, and so we'll build the farm fence rails and stuff like that. So pergolas, some we've used on the 4x6 treated. And so
Yep.
It is a boneyard, and I know I do need to clean it up, but and we're getting ready to move.
Yeah.
In a few months.
Big
across
stuff.
Town, so we're going to actually have our own warehouse where I'm not having to share it with my wife.
Yeah, that's right. Stay tuned to the podcast. Listen to the podcast because we're going to talk a lot more in depth about all of that stuff and what's going on here at Harbin's Outdoors. So you got bulk material, which is really cool to see. How did that change your business when you got bulk material on site? Because you always hear it talked about people that do landscape projects like this. It's bulk material, save time, don't run to the yard, or don't run to the nursery or wherever to get your material supplier. What did that do for you in your business as far as getting bulk material here on your yard?
Saves over an hour and a half
Yeah.
every single morning. If you need 1 ton or 1 yard of crushed gravel for a patio or an extension, drive the machine over and load it up in 5 minutes, and my guys are already headed out. You're not paying 2 guys, X per hour and driving the truck, 17 minutes across town.
Yeah.
Or waiting on the school bus, or they're doing doing road work, and right now they're working on a bridge going up to the lake, so it's about a 30-minute red light at the bridge, in and out every day.
Really? No way.
So,
Letting one side go and
yes. So the big bridge, they have a multi-million-dollar renovation where they sanded it all down, fixed anything old, corrosion, and rusted, and then putting back new. And I want to say it was $45 million.
Wow, for a bridge.
For a bridge.
That better be. You better be turning some revenue on that bridge. I mean, there better be a lot of wealthy people buying houses across that bridge, I guess.
One particular senator.
Yeah, there we go. So bulk material, sand, 89 tens. You got some 57, and then you got a lot of PVC. And then here's what a lot of our people like to see is mowers. How much mowing do y'all do? Do you just do one truck? It looks like you got more mowers than one truck. So what does your mowing setup look like?
So our mowing, I've been little, big, little.
Okay.
I think I want to stay in the little stage.
Yeah.
And from a dollar standpoint, I don't care to share with you guys because y'all want to hear numbers.
Yeah.
We do about $25,000 a month in mowing contracts.
Yeah.
That's significant, but it's not when you have a $5,000 fuel bill every month.
For sure. Yeah.
Other things running, but so I say we're small in the mowing.
Yeah.
But I used to do some military bases in the state for the National Guard and the Army Reserves.
Wow.
And so we had 3 Isuzus running with about 12 mowers.
Wow.
And it was just a lot to handle because at that time I was still a fireman, and it was hard to juggle a life, a business, the fire station, and then 3 crews running out.
Well, you gave your secret away. You were a fireman beforehand, so you had a lot of people relate with that story, which is why I said go tune into the podcast to hear more about Jeremy's story, because it's one that's very unique, but a lot of people can relate to. Tell me about these walkers. This is something that let's look at one of these actually in depth, because not a lot of people around the country use these. I see them in the South a pretty good bit. But what is the reason y'all bought walkers? And tell us about these little handlebars up here. This is weird.
I know I gave you some grief on a John Deere on a zero turn one time before. Man, a walker mower, and I'm not a sales pitch for walker, because Lord, they're expensive now. This walker now will cost you $18,000.
Yeah.
For a new one. But man, the cut that they give is absolutely above anybody else that I've ever mowed with. It's got the impeller and the vacuum that throws it all into the chute, and these actually, to be honest, I don't know if it's even working at the moment. But
I turned the key.
yeah.
It's
So
the battery's not dead.
The hopper, it's got a hydraulic hopper.
Oh, and it automatically opens.
It'll automatically
Okay.
open, and it's probably cold enough to shut, but yeah.
We'll come back to that.
Then the deck. I know most of you have seen the X-Mark Navigator or have been around a walker. You have to pull the 4 pins and drop the deck heights right here. But they make a one-touch deck, where you can adjust the deck height.
Yeah.
Because if you are mowing across a driveway or across from a neighbor's lawn to whether you're doing Bermuda or Zoysia or fescue, you want to change the height, recommended mowing height.
So y'all are kind of in the northern part, not North Alabama, but you're more northern than we are. When you get up on the lake and stuff, do y'all do any fescue this far down? Okay, I was fixing to say I didn't think so. I know we got friends up in Huntsville that do some fescue.
Huntsville, Decatur, Hartselle.
That's about as south as it goes.
Line, and that's about the zone line. If you'll look at your zones on your recommended plantings,
yeah,
that's about the zone line north of Coleman.
Cool. Well, this is a really cool machine. It's how many hours is on this?
2,000. This mower is about
2,000 hours. That is absolutely insane. I mean, it's still, a fire right up. Y'all still use it? I mean,
yeah, that's still that's our frontline mower.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Original motor?
That one, yes, I think that's the original.
That's insane. 2,000 hours.
Stolen. And
yeah.
That's why going into this out in a lot like this, we had a Walker stolen and an X-Mark 60 stolen from us out here. They just cut the gate.
That's
what they wanted and left.
Yeah, well, that's part of what you got to do with having an outdoor shop yard like this. But then, so right here we're kind of wrapping up. But fuel on site, what is that? I mean, how much money does that save you?
A pile of time and a pile of money.
Yeah.
Now, of course, you're not saving that much per gallon of fuel, but
not stopping it.
We have 5 men, and so each person has their own job task every morning, and one person is fuel. The same person's doing fuel all 5 days of the week. And that's all they have to do. Fuel every mower, fuel every truck. That's it.
So everything gets filled up every morning. No questions asked.
No questions asked.
That's awesome.
It's full. So they're not sitting at a gas station, waiting on the pump. You get there, some gas stations might be out of fuel, especially during the crisis we've seen in the last 2 or 3 years with COVID, and the demand being so high and the product availability being so low, it even went down to fuel.
Yeah.
So you imagine 2 guys or 3 guys on a truck in the morning while one person can only pump it. So the other guys are sitting on the phone.
Yep. Or spending unnecessary money inside.
Yep.
You're honestly saving your guys money in the long
Absolutely.
run. So fuel on site, this is huge. Well, this is really cool to see, man. It's awesome to see this setup. Let's look at this one last thing, though. This is the thing that everybody makes fun of me for, because, guys up north don't do pine straw. They get paid to pick it up.
Yeah.
And so they make fun of me for putting out pine straw. But you have a whole 18-wheeler load sitting here.
Yeah, we buy about 9 to 10 loads a year, and so we supply our own truck. We have our own. This is our trailer.
So you buy 9 to 10 18-wheeler loads. Wow.
So there's 765 rolls on each one of those. So you can do the math. We do somewhere, what's that? 6,000 to 8,000 rolls a year.
Which is a lot. If any of you do bales, that's about what, 15,000 bales probably at 2.5. Yeah. I mean, per roll. So that's crazy. It's about time for a new order.
I just texted them this week and said I'm ready, but I'm still trying to hold off on the move to the new shop.
Yeah, I hear you. Get it there. Oh wait, we missed the trailer setup. Let's walk through this really fast, because trailers is something we talked. You're trailerless in your mowing business, but you got to have trailers for design. I mean, design build. What have you got over here? I see a dump. I see an enclosed. Oh wow, you got a hydro seeder too. I didn't even see that.
I have my own hydro seeder. So we do a lot of commercial hydro seeding and small residential. So it's a 600 gallon, so I can walk right in between buildings or in a subdivision and hydro seed the backyard out. A lot for site prep. In the commercial build, they'll pay me to hydro seed like a winter rye or an annual rye, or even a tri blend in the summer, just to get something so they're not washing off. Because we'll install the silt fence on the project.
Okay.
So good money in installing silt fencing.
Is there good money in hydro seeding?
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that hard. You stand there and spray the hose. I mean, at least that's what it looks like from the road. I got behind one the other day, going down in our local city. They were doing some work on the side of the road, and they were doing it. I was like, that looks pretty easy.
It is till you get it stopped up. So it's got a big auger on the inside of the tank, and it just spins it. But if you don't get your mixture correct, it will stop the hose up. And then it's just like on the walker. You can get the walker stopped up trying to cut too much grass. Get it in the impeller and get it in the vacuum, send it up to the hopper.
Then you're in trouble.
Yeah. Then you see the people with the deck lifted up and they're underneath it, jamming their arm up in the chute, trying to get all the grass unclogged.
Which is not the safe way to do it, but whatever works. So, dump trailer. Let's walk through the trailers here. Just walk us through what you got.
We use the dump trailer. We have a dump truck now on fleet, but we still use the dump trailer. We'll take it on site, leave it, park it, and it will catch all of our debris for the week while we're on site.
All right. Do you set the enclosed up for a patio? I mean, what is that set up for?
Honestly, we don't use it that much anymore.
Okay.
Other than just to, if I do have to make some quick trips to another nursery or for some product that I don't want to get windburned, I will grab it and go. But it's just one of those we've had for a long time, and I will not get rid of it. Yeah,
that's right. It's paid for. It's worth more to you than what you could sell it for.
It's still a rolling advertisement. It's got the name on the side, so we'll still kind of use it around town. But
100%. And then you got 2 deck overs right here. So what are the weight ratings on these?
Both of these are 14,000 pounds, so these will hold any one of our loaders except for our big 306.
Okay.
The big excavator, the 306, will take a 10-ton trailer.
All right, well, let's walk up here and let's show the beast to finish everything off. When I saw you pull in this thing, I was like, well, dang, he's been pulling some weight. And you said the trees were, what, 15,000 pounds on this trailer?
It was around 15,000 pounds, so I was maxed out
on
the capacity.
Yeah, don't tell, if the DOT's watching this, just skip that last 10 seconds. But this is the beast, 3,500. Is this your main truck? Is this your daily driver?
This is my personal work truck.
Okay.
So I do drive a 2,500 Chevrolet, and I'm a Chevy guy, but I do have 2 Fords in my fleet.
Yeah.
At the time, that's all I could get.
Yeah. Whatever.
The demand was so high for those, and man, the price tag. I know if any of y'all tried to buy trucks in the last few years, they've just went astronomical.
Yeah.
On that,
so one final question: where are all your tools? If they're not in the hardscape, if they're not in that trailer, like where are your tools for job sites?
I share the warehouse with my wife.
Okay, so y'all keep everything in the warehouse.
She gave me one wall.
All right.
And that's where they're at.
Well, we're going to go up there and see those in a little bit. Probably do another video on that. So if you want to see more of that, stay tuned for that video. But I think this has been a pretty good shop tour here. It's really cool to see what all you got going on around the building here, or the yard, I should say. All right, well, we just wrapped up our yard tour with Jeremy here. He shared a lot of his story of just how he's built up this stuff. What is one piece of business advice you would give somebody if they want to get to the point where they can have a shop yard like this?
Hard work.
Hard work.
I mean, don't give up. And look, I'll tell everybody all the time, I'll outwork you.
Yeah, yeah.
I will outwork you.
And that's what people need to realize. Like, this stuff it's not handed to you. It's never been handed to you, has it? I mean, we were talking before we sort of recorded this video of the years you put into the firefighting business and the sacrifices you made. And even in this business, you work, what, 80 hours a week?
80 hours a week, every single week. And my wife is in her own business now, and she was a teacher beforehand. And the amount of hours that you spend as a small business owner, nobody else will see the sacrifice that you give to your business and your family to be successful.
Yeah, 100%. Well, if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and a like. Where can everybody find you if they do want to see more about your business and then what the other business you got going on? Well, let me show you, turn you around really quickly here. Sorry, my finger got in the way. This truck goes with another business, right?
That's right.
We're going to go to that one in just a second and check that one out. But tell us how everybody can find you.
It's Harbins_outdoors. Harbins with an S and outdoors with an S.
Very, very simple on Instagram, and y'all have a really cool business. So just really quickly, if you don't see the next video, it's a retail store, right?
It is. Started as a home and garden gift store.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, and COVID just kind of helped blew it up.
Put your life savings into this thing. It's a really cool story behind it. So stay tuned to the podcast again. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch up with everybody here on the next one.